this helps like my makeup stay intact better. This is, but it's the like, but as you can see here, I can't tilt it, but as you can see, I dropped it. Yeah. I'm still drinking my matcha. Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'll be doing like a little chit chat get ready with me. It's 11:57, so almost noon, and I don't really have much planned for today. I'm just planning on editing a video that's going up on Monday, and yeah, maybe I'll be hanging out with some friends tonight, but that's about it for my plan. I got these star clips. Tell me they're not so cute. Okay, I'll be doing my makeup today, and most of my makeup product that I use on a daily basis is inside this little pink bag. It's so dirty, and most of my products are like super ratchet, so you know, ignore that. But anyways, shout out to my friend Serena. She's the one that requested this video, so hi Serena, if you're watching this is for you. I don't think I'll be going too in-depth on like techniques I use to like do my makeup, but I'll be going through all the products and I'll just be putting them off to like somewhere on the bottom so you guys can get the same product if you want. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I scooched you guys in a little closer, but first I start with the Dior concealer. This is the Backstage Flash Perfector concealer, and I use the shade 3N, so it's like neutral. It's like medium neutral, something like that. I'm a little sick today. Hopefully I don't sound too weird. I'll be going through like kind of main categories of stuff that I want to talk about. First thing is just some life updates. It's April as I'm filming this, so I'm done exams, which in theory would mean that I would be done first year like everyone else my age. However, that is not the case for me. I will actually be going into first year again next year, and the reason behind that is, if you guys have seen like my previous vlogs, like you would know that I go to U of T, like University of Toronto. However, I feel like I don't really enjoy my time there, and I felt like first year was pretty depressing. Not in like a bad way. I think definitely I know people who make like U of T really fun for themselves. I just don't think it was the environment for me. So I'll be transferring schools next year. Yeah, so that's kind of the bomb that I'm dropping right now. I'll still be in Toronto. I'll be going to the neighboring university, formerly known as Ryerson University, but now as Toronto Metropolitan University. In terms of like ranking and how prestigious like the school is, yes, it's considered a downgrade, but I think it's good for my mental health to kind of be in an environment where I think I'll be more driven to study, because as you guys know, Jazz and Iris both go to TMU, so I think I will actually have a bit of a better time there, just because like, I don't know, I'm one of those people who choose their majors and studies off their friend. I'm not saying you should do the same thing that I'm doing, but that's what I do, so whatever. So I just used the concealer, like I put it all over my face. I'm one of those people who are like, oh, I don't wear foundation, but like I'm not ashamed of the fact that I just throw my concealer all over my face because that's what I do. Oh, and then next I use Next I use the NARS like pot concealer. As you can tell, it's super crusty, but it's in the shade Custard. It's medium 1, and I just use it to kind of like it's thicker because it's a pot concealer, so I kind of go over like the spots that I really need to like cover up, like because most of the spots I cover up are like discoloration, but there's some parts that are like pretty recent, like darker acne spots, so I use this to kind of cover it up. Also, I use this color under like my eye, and this is what I use the pot concealer for. I know some people think that this is too thick to be going under your eyes, but I don't have any issues with it, so that's kind of what I do. And that's one of the reasons I really like this concealer, because it has the brush applicator. So I use the fine point like tip of this brush to apply my pot concealer as well, because I don't know, I feel like that's more convenient than having a separate brush. Then I use like a puff, like I use one of these puffs, and what I do is, what is it? And I take like my setting spray. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, but it's the vitamin C one, because I think the vitamin C actually helps to like reduce your makeup from oxidizing so much. And I just like spray it onto my puff like this. So instead of wetting your like sponge with water, I just use the setting spray. I feel like this helps like my makeup stay intact better. I start from the lighter, or like my under eye, because it's a little bit lighter, because as I'm putting on the pot concealer, my Dior concealer is like kind of oxidizing a little, so I blend the lighter shade first, then I move on to the darker shade. I think over the summer I do plan on doing a couple of like my apartment makeover. I'll be documenting those. I'm not too sure on what I want to do. One thing I've been really considering is getting a smaller bed. So I currently have a queen size bed and I really like this bed, but my issue is I live in a studio apartment, meaning this is my kitchen, but that's also my room. Like, does that make sense? I don't have a lot of room, so I feel like having a smaller bed would like physically give me more room, you know? And it helps with like the arrangement of my apartment per se, but we'll see. So that's one thing, but I'll still be living here for like the remainder of my undergrad unless anything changes. Yeah. Oh my god, who is texting me? Okay, overall right now it gives like IKEA core, which to be fair, I have a lot of items from IKEA. My aesthetic over the years have definitely changed. I definitely used to really like romanticize that like all white IKEA core, very simple minimalistic look, but I don't think that's really my vibe anymore. So I think that's something I kind of want to try to see if I can like change up a little in my apartment. Okay, so now I'm done blending like the base layer of my base. It seems very tedious, like the way I do my base makeup, but sorry, I'm just rummaging through my bag right now. I go in with this concealer. Don't ask why I have so many concealers, but then I go in with this concealer. You can tell it's significantly lighter, and the whole point is I use it to like brighten my under eye, and I do like reverse contouring on my face basically. So instead of darkening parts of my face, I highlight the highlights, so the shadows like contour because of the contrast. I hope that makes sense. When I pat my highlight, I do up and down, up and down. Love when at the start of the video I was like, I'm not gonna break down how I do my makeup because like it's a chit chat life update, but here I am. But yeah, so I do more of an up and down rather than like a circular motion. Ooh, okay, next up I want to talk about like my summer plans. One of my summer plan is like I'm gonna definitely try to upload more frequently. I'm thinking of at least one video every 2 weeks, and then if I can, maybe like once a week the way I used to do it in high school. So right after that highlighting part, that's like the end of my base makeup, like liquid base makeup. So I go in with my setting spray. If you put your powder on when your face is super moist, like the powder will like clump and make your makeup like not look good. So, and then I use, this is the powder I use. It's like a Korean brand, but it's like popular in China, so correct me if I'm wrong. One of the things I want to do over summer is definitely go on some sort of like a vacation or like a travel thing with friends. Some of my friends are talking about like going to Montreal over the summer. Also thinking about maybe like a road trip with my best friends, maybe to New York. Like I want to see like how it's gonna work, like planning everything out. But yeah, just like a couple of things like we're thinking about, so definitely really excited for that. And then I follow through with like more powder base. This is the one I use. I can't tilt it because you'll see in a second, but this is the contour I use. It's in the shade, I don't know what the shade is, but it's this one. I know there's like a darker one. I think this is the cool tone one. But anyways, I'll show you why I can't tilt it. I already tilted it. Okay. So it doesn't normally come like this, but as you can see here, I can't tilt it, but as you can see, I dropped it. Yeah. But I still use it anyways because this was like $20 and money doesn't fall from the sky. And then I take this highlighter. This is the sample size of like the Armani highlighter in the shade, oh, it's an eye tint actually. It's not even a highlighter, but I use this as a highlighter. But this is like my dupe for my Benefit like light bulb highlighter. I think I got this from like a Sephora birthday kit like years ago and I still use it, but I'm like almost out, so I have that. And this one is a cream highlight and I just put it at the tip of my nose. Do you see that? That's so pretty. Next, I use this eyebrow pencil. It's like from the same brand as my powder. And I just use the spoolie on the end to first brush through my brows. And then I take the eyebrow pencil on the other end and I just like kind of follow the natural shape of my eyebrow. Sorry, I need a lot of concentration when I do my eyebrows. I'll be right back. This is the travel eyeshadow that I take with me. And there's 4 shades to it. So clearly I don't really use the green, but I think the rest is pretty like usable on a daily basis. So I start with the light beige and I just kind of go through like my entire eyelid. And then I go in with my brush that looks like this. That one was a fluffy brush earlier and I take the pink shade right here and I go over my entire eyelid. And then I take a little smaller, finer tip brush and I take like the purple in the corner and I just color that on the bottom under my lash line here. And then I take my like dupe highlighter, this one, and then I highlight like the inner corner of my eye as well as like kind of drag it to the center. Okay. Oh my god, my makeup is so dirty. Okay, so I use this one. This is the Morphe palette. It's, oh shoot, I don't know what shade this is, but it's the like 9 shade one and it's like the pink tone. So I usually take either this color or maybe this one or maybe that one and I just like put it where I would put my blush. Today I'll go with the purple-ish one. And I go in with my lashes and then I add a little wing after. I do my wing after because I feel like my eye shape gets a little bit more lifted when my lashes are like pulled upwards, so the wing has to be angled a little differently. This is the eyelash curler I use. It's the one from Shiseido and it's really good. I feel like it's really fitted for like the curve is really fitted for Asian eyes. So this is the one I use. And then I use the Hair and Makeup, their like super waterproof mascara. And there isn't really a technique. I just make sure I get like basically from the end to the start like my entire lash line and I just like clip it and I like pulse it a couple of times. And then after I do that, I quickly go in with my mascara. And a tip for if you have like a brand new mascara, make sure you wipe off like the excess because too much product can cause your lashes to fall down because it's too heavy. And then normally after I'm done with like the first coat, I just like leave it be. And I do like the other eye and I come back to do a second coat, and then like my bottom lashes. Okay, so that's with like both eyes done with 2 coats each. And then I go in with the mascara and just go through with my bottom lashes. Okay, that's about it. And lastly, I take the Hair and Makeup long stay sharp gel liner that's also like waterproof, and I just draw a little wing. I just extend it from like my eye and then I use like my nail to kind of help like drag it so that it's nice and thin. And that is it to my makeup look. Ooh, but I finish off with my setting spray again. Okay, that's it. And normally I just choose from like my little collection of lipsticks. I just choose like a random one and then I call it a day for my makeup. I don't think I'll be putting on lipstick right now just because I'm still drinking my matcha. But thank you guys for watching. It was nice catching up with all of you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Oh my god, my hair's not looking great, but bye.